All right, we're live here on Facebook for the post-game press conference of Your Call Football, the third and final game of the series, joined now by the defensive star of the game for Team Power, Willie Mays. Willie, congratulations on not just a great performance tonight, but throughout the entire series. I just want to know, and I think all the fans want to know, what was the experience like not having your coaches call the plays into you, but having the fans do it?
It doesn't really affect the defense too much, but it was still fun because, like I said earlier, another interview, it's like when you play in a regular team, in the right situations, you can predict what's coming because of down and distance, the type of players you have. But this, it's complete sporadic. It'll be third and short, and you're expecting a run, and they're going to throw a fade, and you're just not ready for it. And then there's 4 downs, too, knowing once you cross the 50, it changes the whole dynamic of the way the game's played.
For you, you were able to get pressure continuously on the quarterback. What was it that allowed you to do that?
It was the D tackle next to me and the DBs. The D tackle, when he demands a double team, it puts me one-on-one on the island with that tackle and allows me to go to work. And knowing that even if I do get double, the DBs aren't going to let the receivers open. DBs were great all game.
As far as you are concerned, entering this whole concept, coming here for 2-a-days and all that, how do you think you improved as a player?
Being able to play fast and not have to worry about the little stuff. They were big on, they want us to be great, make plays, make it fun, and that's what we did. Like, everything was just so fast and fun. Like, I don't regret a second of anything we did out here.
How important was it for you guys, Team Power, to get this win tonight, to get the sweep?
We just needed the sweep. Just had a little icing on the cake because they were sick. It was a fluke. Like, the first scrimmage, they said it was because of BJ, and it's like the second game, they said we got luck because of that throwback, but we had to solidify that we're not losing to them at all.
Well, thanks for joining us. Congratulations.
Thank you.
That was a defensive star of the game, Willie Mays, for Team Power. Next up, we'll have Jordan Vaden, wide receiver for Team Grit. Jordan?
How you doing?
Good, how are you?
Good.
Jordan, I believe you had a finger roll over the...
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Why not the dunk?
Sometimes you got to finesse a little bit, show a little bit of skill instead of just powering home all the time.
So I just asked Willie the question, but when the fans call the play and you're in that huddle and you hear the play, are you thinking, all right, it's coming to me?
Oh, yeah. It's funny because the whole drive I was kind of watching the corners technique, and I was saying we can beat them on a double move, and hopefully the fans see it. And they saw it from TV and at home, and we called the right play. So,
what has this experience been like for you?
A learning experience and an opportunity to get better. I mean, played a lot of different positions in my career, and so just consistent reps at receiver has been fun. Learning the ins and outs and having good coaches that teach you new things every day, having guys that challenge you every day has been fun.
And then just one last question for you. I asked this question to Willie as well, but coming in here, knowing what this was going to be like, when it's all said and done, what do you take away from it?
Personally, I can play with anybody. That was a good confidence boost for me, but that there's a lot of guys out there that are really talented, and you got to make sure that you're on your grind every single day because, I mean, there's guys here that are better than me and guys that are more skilled and guys that are bigger, stronger, faster, and as long as you commit to your grind, then you just let God take over from there.
Well, you had the touchdown and the finger roll, so
yes,
congratulations. Thanks for joining us.
Appreciate it.
All right. That was Jordan Vaden. Next up, we'll have the head coach of Team Grit, Mike Sherman. Coach, I know you didn't get the win.
I know.
But you got points on the board.
We did do that. We didn't get shut out, and that's a positive thing. But no, the kids played hard. It was a very competitive game. We got overwhelmed a little bit with the pass rush by the Power. We just could not control that pass rush. And gentleman just sitting in this chair two minutes ago had a lot to do with that. But there was a significant pass rush on a quarterback. I thought Humphreys did a good job under the circumstances, but I'll take my hat off to Power. They did a great job tonight.
How much did this game mean to you guys to try to get that win?
Well, to me, I just wanted a competitive game, that our fans could enjoy watching. And I thought it was, did we want to win? Absolutely. But being a competitive game, having a chance to do something at the end of the game, those things were important to make it a game that the fans enjoyed watching. Certainly, everybody on the Grit team wanted to win the football game, but I'm proud of the way they competed. and fought their way back, and so all that was good.
You were such an integral part in having this Your Call football launch and be a success. What do you take away from the experience?
Well, it's been an amazing journey, meeting so many great people along the way that I didn't know before, wouldn't have known. And the staff at Your Call Football that's been working on this project for 4 years, led by President Julie, and it's just to be associated with them and to realize their dream of doing this, and they've been dreaming it for 4 or 5 years. We've only been doing it I've been doing it since September. So I'm happy for them that things have been fairly positive. And then the opportunity to be with Merrill Hodge, a great football player, analyst, person, has overcome adversity, has taught our players a lot of different lessons during the last 6 weeks, that experiences he's had in his life, and taught me a few lessons as well. So, and then the coaches. I mean, to rekindle relationships with coaches I've known throughout my career and some new coaches I hadn't known. So at the end of the day, it's kind of about relationships and building relationships with people, and hopefully long-lasting relationships. But we had a fun time in the camp. It's been a long 6 weeks. Particularly the last week was a little bit long, I think, for the guys, but they fought their way through it, and I think we're better for it.
One last question. Your reaction when you saw Merrill Hodge come out in a full suit and the tie?
Well, I figured he already ordered the rings for the championship rings, and he already had the banquet set up for the team banquet. So I just figured that he had it in the bag, and he was right. He was ready to have the team banquet and pass out rings.
Well, Coach, thank you so much. We appreciate everything you did.
All right, thank you.
All right, and the last one up is the winning coach, who maybe talked about the banquet, order the rings, Merrill Hodge.
How are you?
Good, how are you? Congratulations.
I forgot about the banquet and the rings, man. Coach surprised me with that. We got banquets and rings coming up. That's beautiful.
You told us today during our production meeting, when we said, how important is it for you to get this win? Without hesitation, you said, very important. Why?
Well, listen, I mean, we're playing professional football, and I don't care what level it is. I mean, I've coached now every level from Little League all the way to the professional ranks, and winning matters. Mm-hmm. You know, I mean, it does matter. I mean, competition matters. I mean, and it's not just on a football field. I mean, our country was built on competition. You know, that's what brings the best out in people. That's what gets, you know, the old cliche, the cream rises to the top. That's what separates. And you know, listen, I look at like open heart surgery. Would you like to have just everybody the same? Or do you want those people to be flushed out that are the best that you can get to? And I just, so it did matter. And, you know, these guys, I told you, were talking about going undefeated like on Sunday. And I was like, hey, now listen, guys, we haven't talked about doing anything. Our actions that took care of ourselves. And they did that, though. You know, they may have talked a little bit, but they sure played well, because that was some of the best football we've seen Grit play.
Yeah.
Defensively, they shut our run down. So we were scrambling a little bit.
The suit, the tie, it's one of the things you're known about. But what was the motivation behind this one?
It was a twofold. It was a little bit of a throwback, if you will, to a salute to all the great coaches that built this league. You know, if you think about a lot of the great ones, you know, and listen, you just had one sitting here, who was one of the great coaches in the National Football League. And then second fold, and probably most important, I said I wore a suit because it's a business meeting and we have business to take care of. So that got the guys rolling a little bit. So it worked out. I would like to think that the suit had a lot to do with it, but it had very little to do with it.
I've got to say, we commented on it. The tie, the shoelaces, all of the team's color. I mean, that's some serious coordination.
Let me just tell you this. It is the luckiest ensemble on planet Earth. I brought one suit only by chance if I needed it. These shoes I picked up by the last second, and it all came together. Sometimes you get a little lucky.
Well, you guys finished 3-0. I've asked everybody this question. The overall experience of Your Call football, you mentioned how you made adjustments throughout.
Yeah.
What did you learn? What was this experience like?
Well, I thought, you know, the growth of everybody, just our players, how much better they got. I mean, they really became, good pros towards the end. You could sense the fans started to have a good feel for, you know, how to call plays, and the sensing of who the players were on the field, which is important. So I just thought it all evolved the way you hope things will. You get better and you learn, and when you learn, you expand. So I thought it was a fabulous experience from every aspect.
Coach, thank you very much for everything.
It's my pleasure, man. Thank you
Appreciate
guys.
it.
Did a heck of a job for us.
That will wrap it up for our post-game press conference here on Facebook Live. Appreciate you tuning in. And again, stay tuned for updates on when maybe we'll have another Your Call football series.